Kristin Rudrüd, you know her probably as Jean Lundegaard from the movie Fargo, but she is a Fargoan? Fargoista? She's here, Kristin Rudrüd, excuse me, Rudegard. I combined the two names. Kristin Rudrüd, ladies and gentlemen, she brought the hats, more hats. Hi, dear. Oh, my God, oh, my God. Yeah, oh. Can I wrap you in a shower curtain? That's what I really want to do. What?
You want the sheriff?
Oh, the sheriff is nice, but... Okay. Sit down, Kristin. You don't have to hand down. Oh. Come on, sit down here a little bit. Look, this is the real sheriff. Is this the real sheriff?
Marge here.
Hey, do I look like Marge?
Oh,
Marge is
to
cool,
talk
too.
into this.
Yeah, this is the thing here.
Okay.
Well, you can wear those if you want. You don't need to. Okay. Yeah, just make yourself conscious. How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
You are like my favorite. Not like my, you are just amazing.
Oh,
that was the... First of all, Fargo was in my top 3 movies. I think climbed right over Orson Welles. Third Man. It could be in first place. Right? It's an amazing movie. And you have the most amazing role in it, I think. Because what a tough role is that?
Oh.
To act while wrapped in a shower curtain with plastic over your head.
Yeah. Well, it was a gift, that role.
Yeah.
They were amazing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was it a challenge, though? I mean, and because you people were so empathetic to you. I mean, it was a comic role.
Yes.
On the one hand. And so people thought, well, she was pretty funny, Jean Lundegaard, with we have. Let's roll that little speech there. We have the speech here.
I'm talking about your potential. Mm-hmm. You're not a C student. Yeah. Yet you're getting C grades. It's that disparity there that concerns your dad and me. Uh-huh. You know what a disparity is?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's why we don't want you going up for hockey.
Oh, man. Come on, what's the big deal? It's just an hour. Hold on. What's the big deal?
Hello?
Yeah, hi, Jan.
Oh, hi, Dad.
Jerry around.
Yeah, hon? Yeah, he's here. Yeah, I'll catch him for you, hon. It's Dad.
Look, Dad, there's no fun way to...
Scotty.
Hey, let's watch that language there. How you doing there, Wade?
What's going on there?
Nothing.
Nothing. Now, the language has been talked about a lot in Fargo. Is that a realistic depiction of what you might hear?
Thanks. Well, actually, yeah, I did pick up I had gone to school in London, so they cleared out my accent totally, so I had a standard American accent. And so I really had to study the accent when I came back, and I took it off the street. I really picked it up off the street. And actually, that line, the hockey line, I think that's the line that got me the show.
When you did you audition for it?
When I auditioned for that, I said, and I started working on the part, and I wanted her to, we have the stoic man and the stone face, but there's also the stoic woman, which is everything's fine, and it's this, kind of porcelain smile. And so I started working on the whole part, smiling all the time, but she seemed fine because everything I said was, fine. Yeah. And then I was in my aqua aerobics class, and somebody yelled at me, "Say hi to your mom." and I waved her off, and I turned to the side of the pool, and I went, "Say hi to your mom. Say hi to your mom." And the moment I discovered that break, then she could be smiling on the outside, but on the inside, she was like her voice was cracking up. She couldn't control her voice. So you'd know that emotionally, she really had something going on.
Yeah, yeah, right. That wasn't readily apparent, certainly to her family.
No.
They had no clue.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
Or she about them, as it turns out, and her husband.
Yeah, actually, by the time I get to the word Fargo at the beginning, the first line that I have, she's crying. Mm-hmm. It's up in sinus, because, do you want to do a little... so, if you talk here, or talk here... Tuck down here. Yeah. It's down in your belly. Yeah. And then you can take it up to your chest. And then you can take it to your throat like that. Yeah. But then usually when people are scared, they go right up underneath their eyes. So they're talking back from right here. So they're almost going to cry, you know. So that's what I did with her. I just pitched her voice up into her sinus register.
Oh, yeah.
And so when she's talking, she's smiling, but she's crying.
Yeah.
So she says, "How's Fargo?"
Oh, my God.
Anyway.
And you're upsetting me right now. That's how good you are. You're upsetting me right now. I'm feeling so bad for you. And you're just telling me where the voice came from. That's what it is. She is so authentic, even though it's a comedy and she's in a sort of ridiculous situation.
Yes.
Her husband's having her kidnapped and and all this stuff. But she's so believable in that.
Well, it was so well written. Those guys are brilliant. They're so brilliant. I got a chance to work on a lot of Shakespeare and really great classical things when I was training here and at Moorhead State with Delmar Hansen and Rhoda Hansen. Yes. Yeah. Anyway, we have the most incredible teachers. That's what makes our city incredible. Yeah. But anyway, so I was used to really great material, and their stuff is so brilliant. You can keep digging and digging and digging, just like Shakespeare. Yeah. You can just keep digging deeper and deeper, and you really get to the marrow of it instead of, getting lost.
Did you contribute to her dialogue at all? Did you?
Oh, yes.
So she
Not
would,
me.
Yeah.
But I did add, "You got to come with."
Yeah.
I said to the Coen brothers, "You have to have come with," and they said, "What do you mean, come with?" What? And I said, "No, it's just come with." So it's in the scene when I'm getting kidnapped on the radio, on the TV.
Now, was that you wrapped inside that thing the whole time?
Actually, that's me up to the point that they started doing the stunts.
We started stumbling down the stairs,
and then they would not allow me to do that. Although I had stumbled downstairs,
I certainly have.
I had done Neil Simon.
Sure.
Anyway, but so they had a stunt double do that. And she actually came back with 2 black eyes.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they're really brutal. They're known for being very brutal to their actors.
The Coen brothers?
Yeah, they have fun. Yeah. And they
have fun, but the actors don't.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it was great because she followed me around, so she got that little waddle, and she got the whole thing. Yeah. Really funny.
Do you waddle? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Gene does.
Yeah.
Yeah. How hard is it? All right, but that was you in the scenes where you're sitting in a chair and stuff, and grunting and make. At that point, the only way you can communicate your emotional state is by making these noises and these yelps and all these things that she does. How hard is that? I mean, that was rather amazing, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought so.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we did that a lot of that.
Yeah.
We did wild sounds, so anytime that she's on, there's this wild sound.
Oh.
That's when they record, and, anyway.
Yeah.
And actually it was kind of funny because the crew also got up into this state. And what I did to get to that point was I did this exercise where you'd say, "You guys want to do it with me?" It's you say, "Why fly?" Say it. "Why fly?" "Why fly so high? Why fly so high? Why fly so high in the sky?" And you see, you start to feel kind of.
Guys are good.
And then she would just like this. Anyway, I did that stuff, and then the whole crew is getting really scared too.
Yeah.
So
those sounds that she made when they're breaking into the bathroom, for example.
Yes, that was. Well, actually, they wanted me to do the sort of classic scream from the Psycho.
Oh yeah.
But I'm terrified of scary movies.
Yeah.
So I've never seen Psycho.
No, you never seen it?
No, I don't dare see it.
Yours is a much better shower scene than hers. Yeah, 10 times better, 100 times better.
But they wanted that, and Ethan kind of said, "How about that scream, like scream?" But they ended up using mine, which was more like, "Oh,"
Yeah.
She really came from.
Yeah, from
it was very guttural,
visceral. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and therefore more believable.
Really?
Yeah, that's amazing. Now and then. Probably some people in Fargo think the movie does not fairly reflect upon Fargo, which obviously it doesn't. It's a comedy.
Right.
It really reflects more on Brainerd.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But as has been said, who will go to see a movie called Brainerd?
Right,
It's said many times. How do you respond to this, as far as the Fargo-ness of it?
Well, actually, that Brainerd thing, when the guys came, they don't really understand, they picked Fargo because it was funny, but we know why it's funny. Because Johnny Carson was an ensign in the Army and was taking 300 troops, or 300 guys across the country, the troops. And they got snowed in Fargo for 3 days. So they spent 3 days between the Empire Tavern and the Bismarck Tavern. And the lore is that he didn't get 50 on, and they're grandparents of the people here. But from that moment on, he made fun of us. Remember?
Fargo was a catchphrase.
It was a joke every
punchline.
night. So we went to sleep with these jokes about Fargo in our mind.
Yeah.
And so anyway, that's part of why they,
And that was all a result of being snowed into the Bismarck?
Yeah, Bismarck and the Empire.
And the Empire.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, so I don't know. What was your question? I think I answered
forget.
the wrong one.
Fargo-ness.
Fargo-ness.
Some people feel like it's unfair and sort of maybe a little bit.
Well,
I mean, it brought a lot of. There's the chipper right there, actually.
Oh my God.
That's a replica of the chipper. That's not. Don't get nostalgic. It's not the actual chipper.
That's not Steve's foot.
No, that's not Steve Buscemi's foot.
No.
That's a replica. I did see the actual one. It's there by the Walk of Fame out there.
Oh yes.
And do you ever get that? People say that's so not Fargo.
Oh yeah. I mean, some people are really mad.
Yeah.
And people at first were really mad, but then they'd go on the Orient Express and be invited to stay all over the country because they were from Fargo. So a lot of really fun things happened to everybody after that. But
who got invited on the Orient Express because they were from Fargo?
Up to me. Yeah. A lot of people come up and tell these crazy stories.
She said, what?
They said they were from Fargo, and so they got invited to stay all along the different places on the Orient Express.
They got to come with on the Orient Express.
I'm really skirting your question. I know.
I know you are. But you're a Fargoan. You're from
Fargo. Yeah.
And you think so? It's basically in Fargo is kind of it's a fictitious place in this movie.
Kind of, yeah. But it's
based on reality.
Pretty close.
Yeah, but steeped in Brainerd.
Yeah. Yes.
And.
But I think the accent is, basically you sort of go up to maybe your grandparents, great-grandparents to find the accent. Yeah. I had a grandpa that told the Ole and Lena jokes all the time.
Oh, yeah, really?
Yeah.
You know any?
No. I'm not going to tell a joke. I know some, but I don't want to die. Too bad. But, I think it's because we had to yell across the fields. So we had to pitch our voice so you have farmers that talk kind of like this, and it's a really laser sound, So it's like, say,
how do they talk?
Well.
What would they say?
We're going out in the fields, and we come in and go to Fargo, and we go to the discos and really get down.
Now that goes back to the language itself, right? To Norwegian.
Yes, absolutely.
Because that's sort of the way those.
Well, most of our ancestors spoke Norwegian.
Yeah.
And most of our grandparents spoke Norwegian.
Yeah.
In the home. So that was.
Or Russian German.
I'm sorry. A lot of Scandinavian and some German.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, that's very interesting.
Oh.
And your classical training, because basically you're a stage actress.
Right, yes.
Classical acting.
Well, I trained with Rhoda Hansen here. How many had her as a teacher? Rhoda Hansen? Oh, can't believe it. Anyway, great teacher. And then Dr. Hansen over at Morehead State. You guys know him, right? And then I got to go on and train at London Academy of Music and Dramatic Art.
Yeah.
And then came back to New York and got to work with Sir Peter Hall, and Ian McKellen and Amadeus.
Oh, yeah, wonderful.
So, it was...
Thank you for your resume.
Oh.
I'm going to pass this along.
Oh,
anyway.
Yeah.
You don't really need one for this show. There's absolutely no qualifications. But this is very interesting. And have you been in musicals as well?
Oh, yes.
And you sing as well?
Well, I'm not going to sing today.
No.
Yes, in the shower mostly now.
Yeah. Yes. You still take showers after that? Yeah. Speaking of Psycho, after that shower, I saw it when I was probably 12 when that movie came out. Mm-hmm. And I saw it, and I couldn't take a shower for at least a year.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was so traumatizing, And I wonder if that scene with her getting the break, the whole break-in scene is so amazing. That whole sequence there, where she's sitting watching her TV show, and they got the couple on there that's showing how to take the stuff inside of an egg out. and put something else in there. And the guy's saying, "Oh, how do you do that?" And suddenly she hears a crash at the door, and it's Steve Buscemi and this other guy coming in. And that whole sequence that leads, and her reactions to it, where she becomes aware of what's happening in the whole. It's actually, I think it's brilliant.
Well, they actually they directed me to just stop and just stare when I saw him instead of like jump or anything like that.
Yeah.
And then the terrible thing was Steve Buscemi had a hat on and he turned the eyes sideways. So every time I looked at him, I'd start laughing. And so it was like $6 million budget. It was a really small budget, and so we had to do like 3 takes because I was laughing at Steve. So that was
the funny-looking one.
Oh yeah, he was funny.
Yeah.
But it was scary, and actually it was pretty brutal.
Yeah.
And I ended up really black and blue, and he ended up with cuts. And I bit him.
Oh yeah, there was a biting thing there.
Yes.
And the one guy needed unguent.
Yes, right, for my bite. Yes.
Yeah.
And
looking
I
for the
drew blood.
unguent. Looking for the unguent. He was great too.
Oh, he was
what a strange role. I mean, all the roles are so great in that movie. Everyone had a life-changing role.
Right.
It seems like everyone.
Actually, I have.
Yeah. Well, you got the unguent?
No, I found the script.
Oh, you got a script.
I found the script, and Carl's name is Carl Rollvog, not Carl Showalter. You know Rollvog, like O.E. Rollvog?
Rollvog.
Giants in the Earth? It's kind of our Bible here, right?
Yeah, wasn't he supposed to be French-Canadian, I thought, or something? That's what I got out of his character. He was like...
I don't know.
Yeah, or the Marlboro Man, as the hooker said. By the way, those hooker girls, I don't know what you call them. I guess they were hookers. Were they local?
Out of Brainerd, yeah.
They were, yeah, okay.
You got to go to Brainerd.
They were totally believable. They were great. You know, everyone was each role was so great in this movie. But I thought they were hilarious.
Oh, they were wonderful.
The Marlboro Man and the funny-looking little guy. Asked to describe him, said, he was funny-looking. Which describes it perfectly.
Right,
think about it.
He is, yes.
This is the original script. Wow, this is
there was a dream sequence in this. It didn't make it to the
What
movie.
was that?
There was some dream sequence. It's gone. I couldn't find it.
Was it your dream?
No,
dream?
But I'm wondering if they do the series.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Oh, the series is coming. That's right.
They're doing a television series.
Yeah, FX,
Fargo,
I think.
I guess, yes. I don't know much about it, but
no. Are you
they could have a dream sequence.
Are you interested in being...
Well, I
You can't really reprise your role because you got, No,
I wasn't chopped up.
No, you weren't. What happened to you, though?
I was intact. So
you were.
I could come back in a dream sequence and bring Steve's foot.
Poor Steve.
Yeah, poor
Now
Steve.
he's a leading man, though.
I guess, yeah. I don't have a TV, so I haven't.
You don't have a TV?
No.
For moral reasons or electrical reasons? Or?
Probably.
Yeah. Not interested?
Well, I did this thing once called The Artist's Way, and they have media deprivation for 1 week.
Uh-huh.
You just don't have any media. And that was like 15 years. I got addicted to it.
Uh-huh.
I love it. I got so much done.
Yeah.
And so I just never got a TV again.
Got a radio?
I have a radio, yes. I do have a radio. And that's where I hear
God.
you.
Thank God.
Yes, in the car. Yeah.
You can't be that deprived where you can't have a radio. That's going too far. What's next? What's next for you?
Oh,
Acting-wise and otherwise? Or?
I'm not really sure. I'm just kind of, playing it by ear right now. And, I just got my daughter off to college. And,
you did? Where's she going?
Ithaca College.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you did a show there,
yeah,
right?
we were in Ithaca, yeah.
Yes.
It's a great place.
Yeah, so anyway, so that's, sort of up for whatever's next.
Yeah. Are you, after doing this role that was so brilliant, were you tendency for people want you to do that role over and over again in different situations?
Absolutely, yeah. That's what happened. I kept getting, they kept asking me to be a hysterical mom.
Yeah,
and
that probably would get old.
Right, well, yes.
Yeah,
yeah, because I ended up burning my eyes. I was driving there, and I remembered I had chopped onions once and I was tearing so much I started sobbing. So I was driving along and I thought, I need an onion. So I ran into a Hilton or something like that with $5. I need an onion. They gave me an onion and I ended up just using it during all the scenes.
Yeah.
To keep, because it was 2 days.
2 days of making chopped salad, baby.
Yeah, Yeah. Enter sobbing hysterically was...
Yeah.
And I had never done a feature film, so
Yeah.
I got the onion to work for me. But after a while, it wouldn't work, so I just started sticking pieces of onion in my eye. Yes.
The things you do for art.
That was terrible. Yeah.
Kristin Rudrüd, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
It's a great thrill to meet you.
It's so much fun. Thank you.
Kristin Rudrüd, from Fargo and lots of things. Watch for her. Oh, yeah, take all your stuff.